I don't know that I'm one to flex your brain too awful much this evening. Um, I flexed my students' math brains out so much today, it wore me out. They were fit to be tied. They were begging for an equation that they could find x in. They really were, because we were doing some statistics things, and if you've ever looked into some that kind of study, it can get pretty deep pretty fast trying to figure out all this, that, and the other. So they were. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but it wore me out just trying to laugh at them. But for tonight's service, I have a topic that kind of came to my mind, and I feel like the Lord kind of gave me some ideas and thoughts and processes about it. And Holland had asked me to cover prayer circle this morning at school, so I kind of led in with this, and it was a little disappointing when I asked this question. And I'll see what we get out of you guys here, seasoned veterans. Go ahead to the next one there. Do you all know the Winter Olympics are going on? They had no idea. I was like, how many are watching the Winter Olympics? Not a word. I mean, they didn't even know it was going on. I don't know anything about it. I mean, nothing about it. I mean, it kind of blew my mind. Now, I'll be honest. I don't like the Winter Olympics much. I love the Summer Olympics. I'll watch every ounce I can of it. Channel 10, we've lost on our TV. That time of the year, sometimes it comes and goes. But YouTube, you can kind of get highlights, which is kind of nice because I don't get all that boring part from the start to the finish. I mean, it's just giving me the last little finish and the medals at the end. So it's really kind of cool. I get to watch the good stuff and not spend hours and hours and hours doing so. But let's see what you know or what you think. And I'm going to try to tie this into some Bible stuff here in a few minutes, but just be patient with me. I'm going to run a few rabbits along the way. So first up, do you know how many events there are at the Winter Olympics? A lot. According to Google, now I didn't research this or fact check it, but according to Google, there are 116 events. Now, I knew that there's something to do with skis, snowboards, skates, the bobsled type group, those kinds of things. The luge. And I don't know if y'all ever seen Skeleton or not, but those people are crazy. If you've never watched Skeleton, that's where you go. It's the luge. You're on a little bitty tiny board head first down that ice. You should watch it because those people are nuts. And then you got like hockey. Speed skating is probably my favorite. I like watching speed skating because it's unpredictable. You can have somebody leading the entire race. Like, they're the most dominant person on the ice, and then they slip and they're gone. I saw a highlight. It's really kind of funny. I saw a highlight where it was like the gold medal race, and the top three or so, I mean, they were just duking it out, just pouring through it. The fourth guy, he was way back behind them, not even close. They all wiped out. He got first. So, I mean, I like that part. Now, I've heard, me personally, I don't know, so I agree, but I've heard a lot of people love curling. See, there's always somebody around that likes curling. I don't know about it. It just doesn't click for me. But there's so many different things. Biathlon, I wrote down a few other, and there's another one. I have not seen this one in the list of YouTube highlights, but mountaineering. That would be interesting, especially in the winter when it's pouring snow and I don't know how many feet deep it is. It'd be interesting to see what that entails, but I've not seen any highlights. Maybe I need to search it a little deeper for it, or maybe they've not done it yet. But there you go. So I guess my question to you is, if you could do one event, what would you try? The jump, the big ski jump. Oh my, where they're flying like 130 meters. I mean, that's flying. You would really be flying for a while. Anybody else got any input? Nobody's really getting into it. Bobsled? Yeah. No. I don't. Would you be the thrower or the sweeper? Which I don't. There's probably a proper term for that, but whatever. Uh, all right. So let me quiz you again. I think you can go to the next one there. What do you know about the rings? How many are there? There are 5. Do you know what colors are? So red, green, blue, yellow, black. Black's the other one. So those are the 5 colors. Do you know what the rings signify? Because they're interwoven together, they're locked together, they're linked. Do you know why they were designed that way? I didn't know this. I found it through research. True. That's true. What? It's unity by sports. That's exactly what it is. It's all about a friendly way to come together as a world in a unified event. That's what its design was for. I don't know. I did write it down. It was created in 1913, and I think they revealed it in the 1920s. The first time it showed up was in the 1920s. There's the rings, a picture of the rings. I found this interesting. Do you know why there are 5? Because this didn't make sense to me when I first read it. It represents the inhabited continents of the world. Now, do somebody who's my geography people? How many continents are there? 7. How many are inhabited, like routinely inhabited? They don't count Antarctica, I guess, because it's got some research people that go there occasionally. And they're taking the Americas and putting them together. So now again, this was in 1913 when this was created. So here are the 5 inhabited continents that they listed: Africa, the Americas, Asia, Europe, and Oceania. To take up Australia and all the little islands and all that good stuff. So I found that part kind of interesting. And then the only other little bit I have on that is they are all equal size to show equity. In the design, it's all about being equal or equitable. All right, so go ahead to the next one there. What do you know, or think you know, about the characteristics of an Olympian? Give me some descriptive language. Discipline, that's a good one. What? Determined, dedication. What else do you have? Athletic. Sportsmanship. Competitive. Anybody else? Flub up. Well, and I think that's related to the intense pressure they have on them. Yeah. There are. I heard one today. One of the highlights I watched today. She had, this may have been her second, third Olympics. She had won some medals years ago. The last one, she had a mental breakdown, had to hire a sports psychologist to repair her mind. And then she got gold again this year. So that's a good turnaround story there. Extremely physical. I wrote down that their training is intense, like amazing, because they put in hours every single day. I mean, that's their life, is doing this training. Oh, I'm sure. Yep. Because that's where it originated. Yep. Yep, that's exactly right. The time they put in for practice costs. Being an Olympian is not cheap. You're traveling to events, and I don't know if y'all knew this or not. You may, and I may just be behind the boat. But you can't just walk up to the Olympics and say, I want to try out. or I want to be there. You have to qualify. And you can only qualify, you can't qualify in your backyard. You can only qualify through sanctioned events that are, recognized by the official Olympic Committee and all these different organizations. There were some letters for it, but I didn't write those down. So those are all some different characteristics, and I'm sure we could probably come up with more, and I might have skipped over something. I think I have. I am sure. And even now, I don't know this for certain about the winter, but I would imagine it's like Summer Olympics and track, for example. I know track just because I've been around it when Hunter ran track in high school. There would be a standard. And everybody that met that standard got to go to the sectional. And then only the top 8 or so many move on up. Same thing for these Olympics. Only so many get in or qualify. That is true. All right. So now let's transfer over into how this can tie into some scriptural thoughts. That's what got me started. And now let's see if we can talk and walk through some different ideas and things. Go ahead to the next one. Colors. Let's start with those colors, which Beth kind of mentioned, the little Jesus bracelet that has the 5 colors on it ties into this quite well. Now, again, this is just some general thought processes. You may know some more, and if you want to share some different things or what you know or have learned or were taught, I know Bible school and things have taught these kinds of topics before. The first color I have, I think, is blue. Heavenly, that's good. Anybody got anything else on that? I have a few other things written down, but heavenly is one of them. It's also associated kind of like purple with royalty. It does associate with royalty. Riches. It's related to something that is holy. Things that were holy were often blue in color or recognized as blue. Anything else on blue? Anybody got any feedback on that one? Oceans, skies. Yep. All right, second color, yellow. What? The sun. Okay. The golden streets. Okay, that's good. Light. I think all of those kind of tie into the thought of the gloriousness. It's like a glory type thing. And then I found this weird one. And again, it's just what I did through research. I don't have anything scriptural necessarily to totally back this up. But just through research about how colors are used and signified through some websites that I tend to trust based on other things they do. It was often used as a color to diagnose or point out someone who had leprosy. Now, I don't know how they did it. I didn't want to dig into that too much, but it was often identified with somebody that had leprosy. And, the yellow color, yeah. And that's what I wondered, that because they might kind of look jaundice color, or maybe they turn yellowish. The white of their eyes turns color. There we go. So maybe. Interesting. See, that's good. That's good feedback. Next color, black. Sin. What else? Death. That's a good one. Not really good, but sorry. I found my kids got me today. I was doing an illustration in my morning class, and I was trying to show them how to perform an experiment with statistics. And we were going to test a new medicine versus a placebo, and I was going through all that stuff. But instead of saying medicine, I used the word pill. And it wasn't long, and they started snickering. And then one of them finally said, "Mr. Patton, are you supposed to be using the word pill? Are you a pusher?" I'm like, and I was like, okay. So you always have to mind what you do. Anyway, sorry. What else we got on black? What other things do you see black representing in Scripture? So we had death, sin, nighttime darkness. I have darkness on here. That's Despair. I wrote famine down. Mourning, similar to despair or sorrow. And the only other one I have, which this is going way faster than I thought. Y'all might have to talk a little bit more. It'll be all right. We'll see what we can do. Last one I have is punishment. Black is sometimes seen as a punishment. All right, so we're halfway through the colors. Now, who's been paying attention? How many rings are there? How many colors are there? We've done 3. There are 5 of them. I said, now, am I that bad at math? Or is there another color I'm going to throw at you that you just don't know yet? There's an extra color I'm going to throw at you. Just hold on. I'm just curious if you were paying attention to the numbers. Green. What do you think of when you hear green? Life, nature, green fields, green pastures, green trees, all those kinds of things. So healthy vegetation is one of them. Green is your favorite color? You're wearing green? Yep. Any gemstones? Jade. You have that certain gemstones are mentioned in Scripture several times that are green color in color. Freshness, just like the healthy vegetation. And then I wouldn't have known this one had I not looked it up, but vigor. And that's a good descriptive word for green, vigor. You may have anything else that comes to mind? Be a little green. Yeah, green horns in high school. You have your green horns, the freshmen. So that's good. Something that's new. That's good. Jealousy. Green with jealousy. Yep. Or green with envy. Same idea. Good. Any more? Red. Blood. Anger. Both of those. What? Fire. Those are the 3 I had written down. So that's good. Anything else on red? I think also just coming to me, intensity. Blood of life. So it's got life to do. Red has multiple uses, I think, in Scripture, lots of different ways. It could be related to death. When Jesus poured out the blood, you had death related to that as well. Weather, red skies, anger, warning. Yep, red light's gone. There's a warning light. Warning lights are red. Caution lights, red means stop. Good. And then what's the new color? How many noticed it on the flag? Can you go back? Can you scroll back and click on the flag again? It's almost always on a white flag. Now, significance. If you look at any flag of any nation, they will almost always have at least one of those colors. That's why those 5 colors were chosen. So according to what I researched on the Olympic flag anyway, those 5 colors were chosen on the white flag because that represented at least part of every flag around the nations, for sure at that time. There may be some now that may not have all of those or at least one of them, but in 1913 they did. Any questions there? Now, do you have anything else? Does anybody remember, because I don't remember all of the terms, like the bracelet that had the 5 colors, what did they all represent? Like, we ain't done white yet, have we? My bad. Let's do white, then we'll go back to the bracelet. So what would white represent? Purity, good. What else? Life. Peace, that's good. Clean, that's one I have on here also. I've got a couple more I'm listening for. Wow, that's good. I did not write that down. That's a good one. That's a really good one. How about innocence? White is innocence. You got like white as snow. Honesty. That's another one that I found looking up. Any other thoughts on white? And of course, you can kind of tie these together. Does anybody know the story of the bracelet and can just recite it? Like the bracelet had the 5 colors that used to call them the Jesus bracelet. You remember, Becky? I can't remember. I remember parts of it. Like I know what the black was. Black was sin. I know red was the blood.
Red was the blood to the black. Yellow was black.
I don't remember that one.
Yellow, green, newness of life.
Cleansing or purity. Yeah. So I did not. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think of that ahead of time where I would have.
All the nations that could be on a level playing field.
Yes, that's true. That's exactly right.
And we are on our
That's good.
pitchfork, whatever, we're on a level playing field.
That's good, Larry. That's good. Yep. Oh, that's good. White without blemish. That's good. Anybody? All right. I only got 2 little things left here. Well, they may not be little. This is where I wanted the heart of it to really be. I wanted that to be good discussion, kind of get us talking, and Larry's kind of going now and got us kind of going in the right direction here. So one more little fun one, I believe. What's after that one? All right. What if, instead of the Winter and Summer Olympics, what if there were a Faith Olympics?
Well, now, we tried to do that game show one year. They destroyed us.
I'm not remembering this one. So he's the Olympian.
It was like 10 of us versus game, and we didn't have a shot. Studying forever, and we were ready, and then Dan goes against us. We got demolished. Absolutely demolished.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
It kind of
That's pretty good.
I wonder what happened to
Oh, that's funny. But really, I mean, there's 116 events in the Winter Olympics. All sorts of things. Figure skating, speed skating, bobsledding, all that stuff. What type of events, if there were, now I'm not trying to lighten it or belittle it in any way, I just want us to think. What type of events would Christians be participating in if there was a Faith Olympic? What kinds of things would you be doing? Witnessing, that's one. That's a good one. What else? Studying, okay. Praying, that's good. I didn't hear that one. Sword drills, that's good. I'm going to tie right with that memory work. So memorizing. So I'm going to tie those together. Wrestling. That's funny. That is too funny. That's too funny. Okay, then I guess I can tie with that one. Preaching, wrestling, preaching, because it's spiritual warfare. Absolutely, absolutely. So warfaring, absolutely. Singing's on my list, and also playing. I have playing of instruments and singing both on my list. There are a couple more I have that I wrote down, but there are probably plenty others. Teaching, that's one of them I have on here. Running the race. You're about to steal some of ours, says Dan. There you go. That's one of them. Serving. It's like at the mission center, so you have serving going on. And not just at the mission center serving, but how many times have you served someone food? whether it be a death or a sickness, or like the youth doing their meal, put a plug in this Saturday. If you've not signed up for that, they're going to be serving food on Saturday. So if y'all are interested in that, jump on that. I got a couple more here. And I think I'll have all I have listed, and they kind of go together. What about maintenance stuff? Cleaning, janitorial. That's a job that you're working and trying to glorify the Lord through. So those are all, like Larry said, those are all equally important. One's not better than the other. You don't feel like you're not doing enough, or feel like you're not as important if you're not standing up behind the pulpit preaching. You can be equally important, and even more so if you're a prayer warrior in the closet, because you're protecting that pastor as he stands up here and preaches, as he prepares and studies.
The difference in spiritual Olympics, spiritual Olympics is not
Perfect. Good.
leading the glory of God for the edification of
Yep, that's good. It's a team event. And it's awesome because who wins? Yeah, I mean, you're going you're going to win, but you still got to compete. Don't be just an observer.
the other thing. We are actually pushing. Imagine I'm having a crown. That's what we're all pushing.
You're stealing my verses too. That's good. No, I love it though, because that means God is orchestrating it and working it, and He's bringing our minds together, and we see the path that He wanted us to see. So that's I'm not complaining. I love it when you guys kind of, and I do that all the time. I for years now, I guess. I always try to. I don't know if y'all do this or not, but I love to try to predict what Rick's next point's going to be. Can I figure it out? Because one, I'm in tune and I'm paying attention, I'm listening, I'm participating. And two, I love it because he surprises me most every single time, because I'm not right most of the time. But I love that part. So I think I just have a couple of slides left. Go ahead to the next one there, jog my memory. All right, so what characteristics then should a good Christian have? Now, you remember all the characteristics that we named of an Olympian, how they were committed. That would apply, right? Dedicated. Oh, that would apply as well. Train. They put in hours and hours of training. Yeah, do we? Could we? Absolutely. You mentioned athletic ability. So on that one, I think we all have the ability. Have we accepted Christ? Or are we actual Christians? I think is where I would go with that one. So for an Olympian, you have to have some athletic potential, but we all have potential. God sees the potential within each and every one of us. We just have to allow Him to use it.
That's the Holy Spirit.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Would a Christian have to sacrifice time, money? What intensity level would a Christian need to be at? That's in there too. It is. Mm-hmm. Right. It's good. Go ahead. So let's read some verses. I want to read this passage. I'm going to try to tie it back into, or let you tie it back in. Why did the Lord lead me to this particular passage. So if you will turn to Ephesians 4. So you have Paul here writing to the church at Ephesus. That's that hard part of being a teacher, waiting till everybody's caught up. And most days it's pretty easy because I'm just watching pencils. When the pencils stop, they're ready. Pretty easy. Today, we didn't do a whole lot of writing. It was listening or them reading. And I told them that this is harder for me today. I'm watching your eyes. So when your eyes disconnect from the board and you start looking around, I know you're done. Or when they roll up and you're daydreaming, I know you're done. So I'm listening to pages, and I don't hear pages anymore. So here we go. Verse 1. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that you walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called. Go ahead. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Go ahead. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. So why do you think God led me to these verses? What was the key to all of this? So, and more than likely, your Bible probably has a little heading on this little section. What's it called? Unity. Do you remember how we kind of began the lesson? What was the point of them having the 5 interwoven rings? Unity. So as a church body, we need to be in unison because we're all on the same team. We're not fighting each other. This church, with all other sister churches as well, we are working for the Lord, for His glory. That's what it's all about. And if we're focused on that, then we're not having the different little schisms and whatnots going on within our own. Yes, absolutely. It's good. Anybody have any other thoughts, or did you see anything in this passage of 6 verses that would help you to see what we are to be doing as Christians outside of the word unity, maybe?
I noticed in the first verse,
Worthy. An Olympian has been chosen and earned their worth. Yes, that's good. Worthy. We are worthy.
practice it. You're not working, but you call us to take it or
That's good. That's good. Anybody else see anything in this set of 6? I only have a couple other ones, and we'll wind her down.
It's like a long suffering, like the space station that didn't give up, although he was 4 or 5 lengths behind him. He didn't give up. Stuck with
Yep.
like a cross country steer.
Oh.
Okay, the patience
Yes.
that they have.
One step at a time, or whatever they call it. One ski at a time. Yes. Yes. Teamwork, working together.
Well, you take that the events of the Olympics. You just had one person in each event who's going to watch and pay attention. But the whole group, then you're going to pay attention to it like us. If you got 1 or 2, work together. Like with the curling, it takes a whole thing. You get that tired, if you don't, it's a lot harder.
Yeah. And in that also respect, sometimes, like I saw today, they were doing it was actually cross country skiing as a team, like a relay. You might have 1 or 2 really strong, and maybe one of them's just struggling. We bear each other's burdens. Same idea. We bear one another's burdens. Sometimes the other teammates have to step in and carry their team along the way. So that's good. I did not have that one written down. That's good. Yes, that's exactly right. Good. Mm-hmm.
No, you said to start with, now I want everybody to be talking about that. But we need to acknowledge it. I don't think.
That's good.
Like, strong. I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. I need to know about his word and how we're training, being the only. We need to be training,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
in this right here.
That-
And I say,
That's good, Charlotte. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. Yeah. That's good one, Dan. That, yeah. That's good, Dan. That's a really good one. Anybody else before we go to the next set?
No, you break down that first stage of myself through working, obviously, finally providing the work. Well, the study to show yourself through that not only has to walk it, stay on it, study to show God, action, well, work.
That's good.
we're gonna keep saying that, hey, take all of us, you know, together,
Right.
all together. That fortress
Yep.
of strength.
That's good. Oh, true, Dan. That's good. Very good. That was some good input. Thank you. Next one. You heard Dan mention this word a minute ago, strive. This is 2 Timothy 2:5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully. Now, so that the important part of this one, we do need to fight and strive for those crowns that are laid up in heaven, but we got to do it the right way, God's way. Yeah, it's not something you don't do it man's way. Don't try to cut corners. You do it God's way, and He'll reveal that to you through His Word and through lessons and preaching. You'll learn what God's way is.
And also, if he is not crowned in it.
That's exactly right. It's good. Next one. I love this one and the one after this one. I pair these two up a lot of times. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do. Now, I read that to the kids this morning at school, and I asked them. Of course, I didn't get a whole lot of feedback, but what does that cover? If you're eating or drinking or whatsoever, what's that cover? Okay. So whatever you do all to the glory of God. And I tried to tell them this morning, so when you go to first period and you sit down and you take your notes or you take your test or turn in your homework, everything you do all day long is this glorifying God. If you can turn your perspective to where everything points to His glory, you're going to make a difference. He's going to use you. He's definitely going to use you in many different, and I mean everything. What you eat, what you drink, whatsoever you do. Driving up down the road, is this going to give Him glory? I mean, all the decisions you make along the way. Next one. Oh, yes. No, not in class. This is before school when it's legal. Now, if they ask during school, like I can give them a response. I've got a little more liberty. Yeah. But yeah, this was before school. Colossians 3:23, very similar. And whatsoever ye do it heartily. What's that mean? Heartily. Everything you got, everything you have, your whole heart, as to the Lord and not unto men. So those pair up quite well. Whatever you do it to glorify God and Him alone, not men. Don't try to get a light from men to shine upon you. Do it for the Lord. All right, next.
The world is just gospel.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. Oh, we're definitely in conflict to the world. Especially the closer we get to God, the more conflict you see with what the world says. And then I think Dan may have mentioned this one as also. 1 Corinthians 9. I got two verses here. 1 Corinthians 9, 24 and 25. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that you may obtain. I guess for the Winter Olympics, you could say ski, but whatever. And in verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. And I used this verse this morning as well. And I don't know if any of y'all noticed or if you paid attention, but the medals, the Olympians are going for medals. The medals, especially the first several medals that came out, are just breaking. They're a piece of junk. Well, everything in this world is corruptible. It's going to rust. It's going to decay, fall apart, break. So why do we strive to win those things that are useless or have no value? We should be looking toward, like Mike mentioned earlier, laying up those crowns in heaven that are incorruptible. They'll never decay. They'll never go away. Those are the crowns we need to be searching for. How do you earn those? Well, that's those things that we mentioned earlier. Witnessing, praying, teaching, preaching, studying, encouraging. I didn't write that one down, but just encouraging one another. Sometimes, like I think of, and I've tried to do a decent job. I know I've not done a good job at this, but Mike Webb is one of the best encouragers. When I've been sick or just, I've got so many texts from him. How you doing? Are you doing good? I've tried to reflect, be in my mouth. Reflect. No, I'll tell you a funny one here in a little while that I did today at school. But I try to reflect that on him and try to encourage him while he was in the hospital these last couple of weeks. I know I didn't do as much as what he would have done for me, but it made an impact on me. And there are some of you that are just outright encouragers. That's a gift. Use it. It glorifies God. Don't ever think of yourself as not being as important as someone else. Encouraging is very important. Yes, it ties into that unity again. Yep, that's good. Yep, that's good. Any other comments on that one? I don't think. Got one more? All right, one more verse. Again, Paul. It's hard to pass up. I mean, what a wise guy he was. 2 Timothy 4, 7 and 8. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. I think Dan knew I was about to share that verse, didn't he? I mean, that ties it together.
It's okay to want that. It's okay to want those offers. We're pushing towards that.
Yes.
Like, my kid cleans up his bedroom. I would ask him why. I did it for the money.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
$5 to clean up the bedroom.
Yep.
And so that's the reason he's doing it. Well, crowns and rewards should be an for us. Push forward. Hard.
Good. Very good. Any other feedback on that one? Is that all of it? Okay, I wasn't sure if I put I had one more slide and then I deleted it, and I couldn't remember if I deleted it or if I didn't delete it. Now, I have one more thing to share, but I want you all to open up if you have anything else to share, because you've been wonderful. Y'all have been great contributors tonight. So very good. I thank you for that. I applaud you. Good job in putting in feedback. Go ahead. That's right. That's good, Dan. In heaven, yes. It's good.
Proverbs break in still where your treasure is, where your heart be also.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God tells us love is forever. And glory.
Yep.
And we'll have something.
It's good. Yep, that's good. Anybody else? All right. So here's the last part I wrote down. Just some questions I want to leave you with. You can meditate on if you want to, and then we'll go into prayer requests and things. So first and foremost, are you a part of this team that we've been talking about? Search your heart. Have you given your life to Christ? Have you made him your Savior? That's number one. Second one, how committed and dedicated are we? Do we have that spirit of an Olympian in our walk with Christ? How intensely do we train and practice for the events that we take part in? And how much do we sacrifice our time and money in preparation for those events? Think about those things. Because I'm telling you, God convicted me heavy when I wrote those down on paper. And if you've never done a lesson like that before, where you're just following the Spirit, and all of a sudden you read what you just wrote, and it just strikes to the core, that's an experience. I'm telling you, absolutely they do. Any other comments or questions before we hang up and try this call again? Donnie, you want to end our live stuff there, or Rex, one of you?